What's going on, everybody? Back some more KJK VIP NBA player props. Get winning some money tonight in the NBA streets. If you're looking at the screen, guys, seeing all this screen and wondering why the heck did the guy click the buttons, the over on all of these different props, the RJ Barrett fantasy score, the Andre Drummond rebounds, etc., etc. This content is going to be a fantastic resource to go ahead and break down the process, give you guys free plays that I'm actually backing, that I'm actually sending over to my VIP members. There's a bunch of different people that offer a VIP service, but a lot of them will not come on and give you them for free. They won't break down the process to kind of, one, help you learn how to do it, two, give you actual plays that I'm actually backing, with my own money, that I'm actually sending over, and giving you free plays from my paid package. Because I wish someone would just come on my screen every day for free, give me plays, someone that's dedicated close to a decade of their life to learning how to profit on these apps, how to be good at daily fantasy sports. I wish somebody would just come on my screen for free every single day and give me their paid product, breaking down the process with millions of dollars of data dumped into it. And all I had to do was turn on my phone, listen, take the plays for free. So that's why I create this content, to help you guys out. I will be giving you guys 2 Betr tickets. This is the first one. And I'll be giving you guys a Prizepicks ticket as well. So 3 free VIP plays. It's important to me that I actually back them with my own money. And it's important to me that I teach you the process, right? I tell you why I'm clicking these buttons. So Betr, if you don't have it, guys, go ahead and get it. They're going to give you a nice $200 deposit match with my promo code KJKDFest. Just use my link down below for the easiest way to do it. I'll have all my links pinned as the top comment. So if you click on my link, they're going to match you $200. You're going to want this because we're going to be able to get good plays that we can't get on Prizepicks, which we'll get into in the second half of the program. And Prizepicks, if you don't have Prizepicks, we'll also hook you up with a nice deal here. They're going to give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5, and they do have this nice Jokic promo going on. He only needs to score 1 or more points on Christmas Day, and you're going to cash in. So take advantage of that. Once again, my link will be down below. KJKDFS will give you that nice deal. $50 instantly when you play your first $5. So let's talk about the Prizepicks ticket, right? Let's talk about the Prizepicks ticket, and then we'll break down the 2 Betr ticket on the second portion of the program, all right? So I'm going to be giving you guys 3 free plays that I'm actually playing, that I'm actually sending over there. We'll pull up my Discord where I sent it in. This is going to be a 1-unit play, and then we'll pull up my actual account where I have it locked in as well. So here it is. We're running a 6-pick flex, okay? And here's what we got. It's a 1-unit play, so whatever your unit is, guys, run this for 1 unit. Let's go ahead and copy this in. Here's what we got, right? We got the Dyson Daniels points. We'll get into the rest as we'll go pick by pick here. So the Dyson Daniels over 11.5 points. Why is this a good play? Let's go ahead and copy in this link. See if anything's been bumped or removed. If that's the case, my recommendation would be to stay away from it and just play the plays that are still available. But I think they're all still available at the time of recording. Yes, they are, which makes me happy, right? Hopefully I can break these all down for you and you can get all these in. So the Dyson Daniels over 11.5 points. This is going to be a phenomenal prop, guys. If you are new to the channel and you don't know, I do use multiple tools every single day to find the very best value, right? So it's 2024. I offer that VIP package that I talked about. I also do tell you about the tools that I use, and I also have partnered up with them to give you a nice deal. So you can get 25% off with the code KJKDFS. Once again, the link down below will be the easiest way to get that 25% off. Use the same tool that I'm using every single day. Daily Grind. Why is this a valuable tool? Because they're going to bring in millions of dollars of sportsbook data every single day into an optimizer, right? So it's a pretty simple concept, but it's a very, very effective one, guys. You could go to every single one of these sportsbooks for free, right? You could pull up DraftKings, you could pull up BetMGM, et cetera, and see where they're listing these props. But the problem is, they change the props so fast on these apps, and you need to attack quickly to get the very best value possible. So that's where this tool comes in handy, right? It's going to pull it all into an optimizer nice and quick on us. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Quick, so we get the very best plays every single day. In the Dyson Daniels, you can see he's listed. There's millions of dollars invested into setting appropriate lines every single day. You're going to see he's at 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5 at every single one of these sports books, right? Caesars, multi-million-dollar company. Pinnacle, known as the smartest, sharpest sports book in the world. DraftKings, very, very sharp. DraftKings, very good at what they do. Have him set at minus 115 at the 12.5. So they're essentially saying he's going to be a coin flip to either score 12 or 13 points. Keep in mind, we're getting 11.5. And that's the same thing all these other sports books are saying, right? 12.5, 12.5. 2 DFS sites and Parlay Play and Hot Streak that set their lines using, some of the similar data, have him aggressively favored on the over 11.5, which makes sense. If you're going to list them at 11.5, they can charge juice, unlike Prizepicks, which is a standard payout structure. it makes sense being that he's listed at 12.5, right? They're going to charge you a much higher price to take the over at 11.5 because it is highly likely he goes over. Does not matter if it's an over and under, guys. All that matters is we're getting the side of the prop that gives us the higher chance to win. Overs, unders don't matter. We don't care whether we're taking an over and under. What we care is we're taking the side of the prop at the number with the highest likelihood to win, right? This is going to be a great game environment as well. It's going to be a high total. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to be scoring. Of course, that's all factored into the market. The market already knows this, but guys, I mean, this is just a massive total here tonight. We're looking at a 234 over under, 1 point spread. So this game's expected to really fly. The Atlanta Hawks San Antonio Spurs game. So more possessions, more up and down the floor, more opportunities to score. That does make us happy here for that Dyson Daniels prop for play number 1, right? So we like that play a lot. Dyson Daniels over 11.5 points. We're going to go ahead and lock that in as the first play in the ticket. Let's continue along here to the next play. We got Mr. Tyus Jones, over 6.5 assists. Let's go ahead and bring him into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Let's bring in that millions of dollars of sportsbook data, and let's see that he is the best. This particular prop, is the best possible prop on the board for him. Why is that? He's favored on all of these different sportsbooks. He's actually all the way up to minus 160 on BetMGM, minus 140 on Flip, minus 133 on Hot Streak, minus 131 on the over on Parlay Play. All of these different sportsbooks favoring him. Full transparency, at the time of locking this in, he was actually aggressively favored upwards towards like minus 140 on FanDuel as well. So that's come down a little bit at the time that I locked this in, but still his best prop on the entire board with a 62.34% chance to hit. And if we're looking to get even more detailed, right, I like to use Outlier, another fantastic tool that I'm using every single day. And I've gone ahead and partnered up with them to give you another sweet deal. My link down below, 7 days completely free. So I give you free VIP plays. I try to give you access to tools at a discount. And this one, I was actually able to partner up and give you 7 days completely free with my link down below. So take advantage of that. And we can bring in all of the different underlying metrics and that market data that I discussed to find the very best props. Every single player, anything under the sun you want to look at. You can see the over 6.5 assists. They're giving this a 54% chance to hit on the over. Now, why is that? Once again, they're bringing in all of that different market data, right? He's all the way up to minus 146 on Underdog, minus 135 on the over on BetMGM, minus 130 on Bet365. Even more data points telling us this is a good play. And then also, they're going to bring in all the different underlying statistics, right? So the supporting stats. He's getting 10.5 potential assists per game, 31.8 minutes per game. And with the return of Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, his role on this team is pretty simple. He's just the distributor, right? Like, he's not going to be the leading scorer with all these guys back healthy. Kevin Durant was on the shelf for a little bit. Once again, another really good game environment. We're looking at a very high total here tonight, right? We're looking at a 235.5 over under, 6.5 point spread in favor of the Phoenix Suns. Up and down, high tempo game environment, more potential assists, right? More opportunity. And like I said, so Beal's expected to be back. We got Kevin Durant. 3 different really elite scorers in the league. Tyus Jones, obviously we need his teammates to be making the shots when he's distributing it. If we're taking the over assists, we got Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, all healthy. The market's kind of knowing this. Tyus Jones is going to slide back into that true point guard role. Probably not going to be relied on to be the top scorer here now. Just dish the ball to the top scorers and do your job as the point guard. And that's what we're expecting here tonight with that 10.5 potential assists. I think there's a good chance, obviously he can go over this in this specific game environment. And then we look at the point guard position against Indiana, guys. They're 25th in the entire NBA, giving up 9.7 assists per game. So once again, Outlier is going to bring in all that data. 14th overall, giving up 25.9 assists overall per game. And then we look at the point guard position. Most notably, they're giving up a ton of assists to the point guard position. So all of these different underlying metrics, right? I oftentimes talk about market data. I get straight to the point. I just talk about the market just because I've done this long enough. I've conditioned my brain to trust the data, right? If you don't think this works, guys, I would be an insane person if I was doing this every single day and it just wasn't yielding results and I just kept doing it, right? Obviously, like, it's winning me money. It's working. I see the vision. I do this every single day. If it didn't work, I wouldn't keep doing it. That's just, I learned about it. I implement it every day, the data, the market that I'm discussing. And obviously, over time, it has worked. So that's why I'm so passionate about teaching you about it. 6 median assists, 7.2 on average. So it makes sense. He's getting 7.2 on average. They're going to set his line at 6.5, and they're going to charge you a price to take the over. That's Kind of how this stuff works, man. It's kind of how this stuff works. They know all this stuff. So let's continue along here. We'll continue to speed things up because I do want to kind of get through the plays. Obviously, get you the better picks plays as well today. So we got the Dyson Daniels points, the Tyus Jones assists. Let's bang out these other ones. Nurkic over rebounds and assists. Wembanyama over 2.5 three-pointers. Miles Turner over 6.5 rebounds. And Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. Why are these good plays? Let's bring in Nurkic. No surprise, we're going to have millions of dollars of sportsbook data backing his play. Just kind of how I roll, man. He's aggressively favored on BetMGM, Caesars, Flip, Hot Streak, all upwards of minus 130, minus 140. Keep in mind, we are getting minus 119 implied odds in a 5 or 6 pick flex on Prizepicks. So we're getting a steal. So a really good prop, man. This is a really, really good prop. Similar to what I talked about with Tyus Jones, having like a simple roll with the 3 stars. Nurkic is the same thing. Just rebound the basketball and pass it to the star players, right? So it's like Tyus and Nurkic are the clear 2 role players in here. They got a job. Tyus, be the point guard, pass it to the star players. Nurkic, be the center, rebound the basketball if you got to dish it out. You know, we're not relying on you to be the top scorer here. The market knows this, right? The market's factoring this all in. The market knows this is a 235.5 over under 6.5 game environment that's expected to go fast up and down the court, and it's expected to stay close. All right, so these are all good things for us here for these plays, and it's just me explaining it, man. Like the market knows this, and then I'll bring up the data, and it's like, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Overall, this game environment, we do want to be looking at the game environments. I talk about it, but once again, the market knows it. Like if we look at the projected pace in this one, it's going to be pretty good stuff, man. It's going to be pretty good stuff. I mean, it's a huge slate, but projected pace, some of the top games. This is up there, man. Phoenix Suns, Indiana Pacers, 99.8 pace metric. Up, down, up, down, up, down. More points, more assists. Makes us happy. That's what we want. That's what we want. Nurkic, great play. Wembanyama, going to be the next one, right? Let's make sure we have a bunch of different underlying statistics to back this. Let's make sure this is a good play. And a bunch of different metrics. Someone commented on my last video, like, is your VIP quantity over quality? And I meant to bring this up, but guys, you got to keep in mind, so like every single play has an edge. So this has a 53.88% chance to hit. So my approach is we want to play them in optimal ticket types, right? For long-term profit. So on Prizepicks, that's 5 and 6 pick flexes, right? Because this chart that I bring up, if you're hitting your plays at a 55% hit rate, which is hard enough to do as is, if you're someone who is doing this casually, you're not using the data that I'm using and or you're learning and you don't really know any of this stuff, I can promise you you're not hitting your picks at a 55% hit rate or higher. Like, you have to be good at this. You got to be someone that's experienced, know what you're doing. Hitting your plays at 55% hit rate or higher is impressive and indicates, honestly, you're on the right track and you actually know what you're doing. 60% or higher, that's when things get really fun, and there's a bunch of different other strategies and such as correlation and other things that people can implement as well to make money. But long story short, imagine, you're showing up to the holidays and you have a coin that's going to land on heads 55% of the time. You know you're going to win 55% of the time, and you're playing against Uncle Joe for money, and he doesn't know you have a weighted coin behind your back. You brought it to the holiday party, and you know you're going to win like 55% of the time. You probably flipped that coin as many times as you possibly could while you were there to win as much money as possible before you head out the door. That's kind of how this works. Like, that's what I'm doing. I want to get as many profitable, good plays in as possible. I want to keep flipping that coin because I know long term I'm going to win, and I want to win more and more money. So I'm not just taking random plays that don't have an edge. I'm taking plays that have a statistical advantage with millions of dollars backing them. So hopefully that makes sense. Someone said quality over quantity. No, because if there aren't 6 good enough plays to lock into a full 6-pick flex, like, I'm not even entering the 6-pick flex. I'm not entering it until there's good enough plays to enter it. So hopefully that makes sense. I try to come up with new ways to explain like my strategies and theories and try to teach you, but Wembanyama, aggressively favored across the board, man. He's up to minus 142 on the over 2.5 3-pointers on BetOnline, which is known as a very phenomenal, sharp sports book that's very good at what they do. Let's look at some more underlying statistics over on Outlier. Is this a good matchup? I know it is. I know that this is a crazy good game environment here tonight for Wembanyama as well, which we'll get into shortly. But we're taking overs, and we want the game to fly fast if we're taking overs. We want as many opportunities as possible. We would like him to be a good three-point shooter if we're taking the over 2.5 threes, obviously. And guess what? Atlanta is 30th in the entire NBA. Bottom of the pack, giving up 15.7 three-pointers per game. Wembanyama has exceeded 2.5 in 6 of his last 7 games versus bottom 10 defenses for three-pointers allowed, averaging 5.1 three-pointers per game on average. Once again, the market knows this. So Outlier does a fantastic job of bringing in the underlying metrics, right? The matchup data, et cetera, et cetera. But the market knows this. So these numbers that I'm bringing in, where you'd have to risk more, like they already know all this stuff. He's taking 10.4 threes per game and making 5.1. He's shooting 50% from the field, which is actually pretty crazy, man. Honestly, the fact that his line's at 2.5 is pretty insane. We could see his line start to creep up towards 3.5 before the end of the season. Phenomenal play, man. This is a phenomenal play. Look at all these underlying metrics, these supporting stats to go along with the matchup. And once again, this game's gonna fly, bro. This game's gonna fly. This is the second fastest paced game on the entire slate. We're looking at a 101.9 pace metric here. The total and all that stuff, like this game's going to be a crazy high-scoring game environment. It's a 234 over-under, only a 1.5-point spread in favor of the Spurs, which makes us happy. We don't want blowouts. Can't predict blowouts as is, man. There's going to be games with 10.5-point spreads that are blowouts, and there's going to be games with 1-point spreads that are blowouts. I'm telling you right now, I'm not in the world of trying to predict blowouts. I've been doing this a long time. I'm just going to tell you my personal advice is don't try to predict blowouts. The market's factoring that in as well. There might be like a star player with like a high PRA line, like such as like a Kevin Durant, right? Where if he's expected to be in a blowout, the under is going to be favored. They're already factoring that in. A lot of times you'll see that. If there's a game with a big spread, you might notice there's some star players favored on the under. And it's like, why would he be favored on the under? The Detroit Pistons suck, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Name a team that's bad. I don't know. What's the largest spread here tonight? 14.5 spread here for Boston. So Boston's nasty. Boston's a very good basketball team. There might be players in this game, such as like a Jason Tatum, where his PRA is up at like 50.5 and he's favored on the under. And you're sitting there and like, why the heck would be favored on the under? It's the Bulls. They don't play any defense. Well, like there's a good chance he's sitting his butt on the pine the rest of the fourth quarter. He's not even playing. And they know this. So another example. I don't get cute, man. I don't get cute when I know there's multi-million-dollar corporations that are profitable long-term that set these lines appropriately and profit off people. I use the data to help me. So next we got Miles Turner, Jamal Murray. Let's bang these out quick. Let's be quick with it, man. Let's bring them in. Why are these good plays? Once again, they're all going to be backed. You're going to see the percentage here using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You're going to see that this play has edge. You're going to see he's favored at minus 132 on the over on FanDuel, minus 137 on the over on Caesars. He was even more aggressively favored when I locked this in, I'll be honest, but still a 52.92% edge. They're saying the best you can take now is the under 21.5 points plus rebounds. That's just because it's like a push number and he's listed at 20.5, but still good edge, right? We're hitting this at a 52.92% of the chance on the over. It doesn't matter whether it's an over and under, same spiel. The edge is on the over, right? So we're getting an edge. We're going to win more than 50% of the time. Long term, it's going to net us money. So that's a good play. And then last but certainly not least, we got the Jamal Murray, over 5.5 assists. It's going to be a similar story. I was seeing this starting to creep up at the time of locking this in. I think this could be one of those that ends up popping at like the top of the optimizer by the end of the day, because this is a good example of, this was like towards the bottom of the optimizer slightly when I was locking this in, but you can see when you're doing this every day, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. You start to see the markets creep up, creep up, creep up, and then before you know it, every single one of them is at like minus 150. He gets taken off the board or bumped. So you got to be quick. You got to be on top of it. You got to see it in real time moving. And that's exactly what's happening with this prop. He's at minus 135 on Bovada, minus 137 on Caesars, minus 140. He's creeping up. Minus 135 on Pinnacle. These could start to creep up more towards 150. They're already saying he's favored on the over. We got a 53.18% chance to hit right now. Lock it in earlier in the day, right before Prizepicks can remove them off the board, before Prizepicks can bump the prop, and feel really good about it. And then I will bring up some more underlying statistics on outlier to back this play as well for you guys, as Betr is logging me out. We're going to get to that next here, so I want to make sure I'm logged in. And let's bring them an outlier, right? Let's see these underlying metrics. Let's see what these markets are telling us over here with even more data on outlier. You can see an 80% hit rate over his last 10. Portland's 24th overall in giving up assists. We're expecting this to hit at a 55% hit rate according to outlier. Really good stuff. He's exceeded 5.5 assists in 12 of his last 14 games. 6.6 on average. And it's a great matchup. Portland 24th, giving up 27.8 assists per game. We look at the point guard position, 8.7 assists per game. We feel pretty good about him, clearing the 5.5 line. So this is the amount of statistical analysis that's going into every single one of my plays over my VIP, okay? You can get a 7-day free trial down below with a link. You can use the tools that I'm using. You can get my VIPs. If this is too much for you, you got wife, kids, husband, or whatever the case may be, you're at work, you need somebody to just send the plays for you, so you can just take the plays without having to do all this. That is why I offer a service. You can get a discount on the tools I'm using. You can get my service. It's 2024. You can use the free picks on the channel. You got unlimited opportunities here, man. What a world we live in. What a world. So, that's the full 6-pick. As you can see, I want it to go well. I am playing it. I am playing this as well. I would like to win $10,000 tonight. That would make me happy using these same 6 plays. I'd like to help you guys win some money tonight. So that's going to be that. And then let's go rapid fire here for the Betr portion, okay? So Betr, if you don't have it, you're going to be able to get some good plays that you cannot get on Prizepicks, which we'll be bringing up here. And we will be breaking down to, so it looks like Wemby's threes just got removed. So this is what happens when you get good value, guys. Wemby's threes is gone. And Nurkic got bumped. But you can still get all these other ones. Dyson Daniels, Jamal Murray, Tyus Jones, Miles Turner. Still a bunch of free value offered on the channel today. Take advantage of those picks, okay? Let's continue along here. Let's find some more good plays. So here's what we got. I already brought this up here, but this is the first ticket I locked in on Betr today. And we'll tell you exactly why these are good plays. Once again, let's get straight to the point. Let's get straight to the point here for you. Let's bring them up on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And let's talk about it, man. I mean, I'll just type them in play by play, I guess, here. Collins, under 8.5 rebounds. I will pull up the Betr Optimizer. You're going to see Collins aggressively favored on all of these different markets. Minus 146 FanDuel, minus 140 DraftKings, et cetera, et cetera. Minus 140, we're getting like minus 121 implied odds in a 6-pick dynamic play on Betr. So you do want to be playing a 6-pick dynamic entry because you're getting minus 121. They're charging way less for you to lock this into a 6-pick dynamic play than they are on these sports books that we're discussing. So take advantage of that. Collins is a phenomenal play. The under 8.5 rebounds, we like that a lot. Next play was the Kuminga over 4.5 rebounds. Once again, going to be backed by a bunch of different market data. You can see minus 142 on FanDuel, minus 140 on DraftKings, minus 136 on BetOnline, all aggressively favoring us over. It is a very good play. His PRA is popping at 22.5 because he's listed at 23.5, 22.5. They're saying that's a good play. I went with the rebounds, so we get that flat market. I do like the rebounds, okay? Julius Randle, 3.5 assists. Why is this a good play? 3.5 assists, straight to the point. Going to be backed by a bunch of different data here. Julius Randle. Boom, 53.84% chance to hit, minus 139 Pinnacle, minus 130 DraftKings, et cetera, et cetera. We're getting an edge, and we're flipping that coin. 53% of the time we're winning. Yes, yes, yes. More, more, more. We like that a lot. Okay, then we got Poole, Vassell, Sharp. Poole, Vassell, Sharp. Poole, Vassell, Sharp. Poole, 5.5 assists, minus 134 Pinnacle, minus 130 DraftKings, minus 130, etc. 53.2% chance to hit. That makes us happy. The edge is on the over. Doesn't matter whether it's an over or under. We don't care about that. We care about getting the maximum edge. That is the case for him. Vassell, I'm guessing, is not available anymore because that was an insane play where they were just simply mispricing him. Yeah, he is gone now, so that's the one you're not going to be able to get. 2.5 rebounds looks to be the best alternative. I am not running that for full transparency. In the last play, we had Sharp over 1.5 3-pointers, which was a phenomenal prop as well. You can see he is at minus 150 on Pinnacle, minus 150 on Bovada, both aggressively favoring him. And I do have his over 17.5 points and assists mixed in as well, being that they have both good value. The 3-pointers, and then his points and assists, he's listed at 18.5 across the entire market, even money once again. So it's an entire point and assist prop down, giving us a big edge on that as well. I tend to mix and match props, that are kind of correlated as far as I like his threes, so I might as well take another prop of this points and assists if possible to get maximum upside, because I am locking him twice for my first 2 plays, right? If we go ahead and reuse, the only play that's not going to be available now is Vassell. He got bumped. So that stinks, but you can run a 5-pick and still get all the plays in at the same exact value, so take advantage of that. And that's what we got. So the 2 plays with Sharp, we got the 3-pointers, and we also do have the points and assist prop. So that's what we got here today for the free content. Take advantage of that. Once again, Collins under 8.5 rebounds, Kuminga over 4.5 rebounds, Randall over 3.5 assists, Poole over 5.5 assists, Vassell got bumped. I wouldn't take it. Just take the Sharp 1.5 3-pointers. You could run it in a 5-pick dynamic. It's the same exact implied odds, so you're still getting a really good entry type. The 5-pick dynamic and the 5-pick perfect are very similar to the 6-pick dynamic. So just play the plays with good value that haven't been changed. Don't play Vassell. It makes no sense when you're getting like the same exact odds. Just play the 5 that haven't been changed, right? So yeah, those top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4 are going to be the same. Collins under 8.5 rebounds, Kuminga over 4.5 rebounds, Randall over 3.5 assists, Poole over 5.5 assists, the Sharp 1.5 3-pointers, and then the only difference is in the second one, right? As we're going to run the Sharp over 17.5 points of assists. Both have really good value. It's just a nice way of mixing in 2 plays with good value. For me, I am now capped to $50 per play, so it allows me to get more action down on the same plays. It can also just open up an opportunity for you to obviously green out 2 tickets and or just 1 should Sharp hit 1 but not the other prop. And it's a 6-pick dynamic, so we just got to get 4 to 6 or better, and we're profiting money. So hopefully that makes sense. Once again, the people that are saying like I'm quality over quantity, every single one of the plays has edge, and we only have to get 4 to 6 or better, right? We're playing for long-term profit. As long as we're getting 4 to 6 or better in every single ticket, we're building money. We're building money. We're building money. That's how this works. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed the content. If you did, would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on your way out the door. Take advantage of the Prizepicks Nikola Jokic promo as well with that nice sign-up offer. And once again, take advantage of the free plays, right? I already brought that up for you guys. It does look like in real time, a couple of them were shifted, but I mean, that's just what happens when you get good value. So it is what it is. Nurkic was bumped up and Wembanyama was removed. But you can get Dyson, Murray, Tyus. Oh no, Wemby's back. So you can get Wemby now. So take advantage of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 5 plays. 5-pick is still optimal on Prizepicks as well. So take advantage of that. Wishing you guys all the best of luck on your NBA player props tonight. And we will see you in the next one.